Hey guys, Kevin Shaw here, editor-in-chief of Mopar Connection Magazine. We're going to do something kind of cool today. We really got our hands on something that we're personally really excited about. As we are building the new powertrain for Marsha right over there, we came up with the question of what are we going to do for carburetors? You know, the go-to for a good 440 would be the Edelbrock VRS carburetor. And we got our hands on one of these. This is a 650. This is for another project engine that we're working on. It's a Proform 750 double pumper. And what we got our hands on is Edelbrock's new VRS 4150. It is a traditional 4150 style double pumper carburetor, but from Edelbrock. But we're gonna do a live unboxing of the VRS. We wanna show you guys all the neat features in it. We're gonna compare a little bit of how it's different from the traditional Carter style AVS2, but I'm gonna let Jim do the honors of unboxing. I think it's the flap in front. There we go. Let's make sure everyone can see it. This is how it comes to you from Edelbrock. It's all packaged really nicely. How about we take the dividers out? Oh, the whole thing comes out. All right,
Here we go.
Well, we got our gaskets, got your stickers. The VRS 4150 series carburetor. Okay. All right, so that's a kind of a natural finish, right?
Yeah, I like the finish. That's what I like.
Very cool.
Very nice. I like how they kind of made the hole sort of where you can
Well, that
do
is
bolt patterns.
Yeah, you can do both bolt patterns on the flange.
Look at how big the float bowls are.
Oh yeah.
They give you the little weep out here.
You can drain your bowls
without having to pull a screw, and it sits out far enough where you're not dribbling all over the intake manifold. I like
so
that.
Immediate reactions. We're seeing a lot of really neat stuff, and there's going to be a ton that we miss.
Oh yeah,
just because this is right out of the gate for us.
Golly, it's nice.
From the outset, you have your visibility windows, you have your accelerator pumps and quick access right there.
Set them up underneath. There we go. Just that great big float bowl makes it look different. But I like this big plate. That's cool. You can put it on 2 different intakes. Got about 5,000 air bleeds. Not literally, but I mean, it's just chock full of air bleeds. So tunable. This thing is so tunable, and they supposedly are very tunable on the fly. So we'll just
You're not taking. I don't think you're pulling. I don't think
measuring plates.
You're not pulling the plates. You're not pulling the bowls. Okay, so your idle adjustment screws right there, and they're knurled, so you can do it by hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Float adjustment. That's standard. Float adjustment lock screws. There's your float windows.
Yeah. Pick your fueling. If you want to fuel to the left, you can flip just like Molly. They did that just.
Yeah. So you have a throttle positioning sensor if you are set up.
We're going to use it for just
the throttle blade position.
Yeah.
I mean that's really stout. That's a big cast piece.
Yeah. It looks good.
Idle speed adjustment screw is up here. It's right here.
Wow.
I'm looking at that.
Huh.
That is wild.
Your throttle blade position. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're actually, that's going to be kind of like it's on both sides. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So you can adjust it. Look here. I guess the circuit's pulling from coming across the top of the. Wow.
Outermost is idle bleed, intermediate bleed, high speed, and then high speed bleed inner. So your high speeds are these two.
Yeah. Wow.
And then your idles are on the furthermost, and then your intermediates are right there. Okay.
That's crazy. There's so much tunability sitting right in front of us here.
Let's start taking it apart, because you know, nothing like getting a brand new part and taking it into pieces. Okay, let's pull that. Let's take a look. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, bolts are coming out.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
There we go.
Okay.
Standard power valve.
Right, so it's taking basic off-the-shelf stuff.
What I've heard on these main jets are extended, kind of like people used to use extenders to put the jets back in the float bowl to stay in.
Okay.
Yeah, they used to mount them straight up in here, and you could starve them on a hard acceleration because all the gas is moving away.
Okay.
On the secondary side, anyway. But this here extends them to the point where they're up into the gas, and see the float has a little opening.
Yep. Yeah. There's a relief cut in them, just so that those guys aren't going to interfere.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that makes sense because look at the relief cuts in them.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is something that's.
But interestingly, it doesn't have that cavitation wave in it.
No.
So
that was kind of, this bowl sits out so far. They had to.
That's true. I mean, look at the depth.
Around.
I mean, it's holding a lot more fuel.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, that just volume to volume wise.
Yeah.
You're looking at. Yeah, you're looking at quite a bit more volume and just what it holds. You can adjust the snot out of this thing.
You got emulsion jets. There's all kinds. I was reading through here.
There's 6 jets in here.
Yeah, you got emulsion bleeds, air. There's so many pieces that I'm looking at in the instruction sheet. It's just, it's mind blowing.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's the tunability factor is just to the moon.
It's funny because it's like it's super user friendly for like the guy who is somewhat familiar with the carburetor.
And all you gotta do is be able to read, and you'll know which ones to change because it tells you here. You've got, it's so explanatory. Everything in it is well covered. The one I'm looking at, you got kits that you can buy to get the different sizes.
I'm looking at the size of these jets. These are a lot bigger than our little bleeds.
Well, you got two, and this one here's probably got one doing 2 jobs.
That's true.
So this here, you can actually tune how much air bleed do you have in more than one spot.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
All these guys, they all have a port. Everybody has a job.
That's impressive, man.
It's a work of art just to look down in there. It's crazy. I see what all the excitement was from all the other people. I've been hearing stuff about this carburetor. I'm like, I got to see one of these things, man.
If I'm not mistaken, this was first teased or at least introduced at SEMA in 2019.
Wow.
So it's been a couple years in the making, and a lot of talk and a lot of interest on this new carburetor. I know we talked about it a little bit from Marsha, but I had just kind of gone with what I knew and what was familiar, and was like, okay, hey, an Edelbrock VRS 2.
How could you go wrong,
right? Really basic, it'll fire up, did a 650. And the guys at Edelbrock were like, hey, we got these now. How would you like to try it out? So now I'm thinking, it's like, all right, well, when the time comes to finish the motor, maybe we should take it over and have it dynoed and see if we can't do a before and after.
Side to side.
Out of the box, and see if we gain anything. Because I bet you with half an hour worth of time and a timing light, we might be able to
really dial it in.
Yeah, that really might be.
It looks like horsepower to be made. I'm really.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's exciting stuff.
Yeah, there's so many things you can do to this little guy.
So it's not often that we get to work with some of the best names in the industry, and it's always an honor to do that. And really got to thank the guys at Edelbrock for letting us play with their new stuff. We're some of the few.
Some guys ain't got their hands on one yet, and
I know.
I'm
Isn't that
holding
cool?
one right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the the TV
awesome.
shows and the SEMA builder guys. And it's like, no, we're gonna give it to Mopar Connection and a couple knuckleheads in their home garage working on some big block Mopars.
What could go wrong, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is something really cool. If you guys are interested, this is the 650 CFM. The part number is right here on the side. It is 1306. If you guys want to check it out, it's at edelbrock.com. You can go get more information on that. This was just an initial impression of the new 4150 VRS. Guys, thanks again for watching. I'm Kevin Shaw, Editor-in-Chief of Mopar Connection Magazine. I'm here with Jim Hannon. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like, maybe leave a comment, share it with your friends. It would really help us grow the channel. And if you want more awesome Mopar content, please check us out at moparconnectionmagazine.com, where new articles are written and published every day, entirely subscription free to you.